This is Hot Mic.
Hot Mic.
On the networks of WDAY.
WDAY.
Here's Dom Izzo.
Welcome back, everybody. Hour 2 ready to begin here on this first day of April. Snowing out. Of course it is. It's going to get out of here soon. Hopefully it doesn't pile up too much. Basketball season is still going because portal season is underway, even though the actual hoops might be done. It's the crazy time now, and it certainly has been crazy for our next guest after the Summit League basketball tournament wrapped up in Sioux Falls a few weeks ago. Treysen Eaglestaff entered the portal, and we found out over the weekend that he's going to be heading to the SEC next year to play at South Carolina for his final year of collegiate basketball. And the Bismarck native joins us now. It's great to see you. I really appreciate the time this morning. How do you describe the last 3 weeks? What has this been like for you?
Just like a word to describe, probably just like crazy. Like I never thought I'd be in this position. I would say this if you asked me from like 4 years ago as a senior, if I was gonna be here today, I'd tell you you're crazy. So it's definitely just been crazy. It's been a blessing too. To have this kind of platform and this is type of experience. A lot of people can't say they had this type of experience. So super cool and just hectic for sure.
I want to go back to this time last year because I know you could have done this time a year ago. Describe the decision making that you decided to come back and how much that in the end it really paid off. It really benefited you to come back to Grand Forks this past year.
Yeah, that was mainly Coach Saylor. I told him, I was like, Coach, like I think I'm gonna leave. And he was like, Trey, like he's like, I care about you more than just a basketball player. Like I want you to be a good person and stuff. And he's like, I think you just need one more year to mature and grow as a player. And I was really on the ropes about it. So I went home for a week. I remember last year, I thought about it. I called some people and they're like, if I just get the opportunity at division level to play a lot, I can produce. And that was my biggest thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna trust you, and I'm gonna try to play the best I can and try to win games. And unfortunately, we didn't win as many as we wanted to, but I got a good opportunity to play, and I got a lot of experience and stuff, and it really helped, and it paid off.
So give us the lowdown for people that don't know this. So your name goes in. I mean, how early is your phone immediately blowing up? And are you being contacted by coaches? Is it agent? Like, how has it all worked, or what went down over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, so like Monday morning, I woke up at 6 to go shoot and lift and stuff. So like I get it out the way because I had phone calls to make and stuff. So I remember like 7 a.m. I got my first text message. It was like, hey Trey, like this is blah 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 from here. I'm like, oh wow. And then a coach came to my house before lunch. They flew up to Bismarck and met me and my mom. So it was just it was definitely it's pretty hectic. I had my agent that helped a lot with it and stuff in the process. So he was really good and useful. So, but yeah, it was definitely first 3 days like that was when it was like phone call type of thing.
Was it overwhelming?
Not as bad, no. I was like, especially when you get older, you can't like sugarcoat anything. So like I was pretty blunt with the stuff I wanted out of a program and stuff like that. So they'd ask me questions like, what are you looking for? And I'd be like, yeah, I just want to play. I just want to have the opportunity at the next level. And I'd like just keep it like, that's all I'm really looking for. If you can't offer that, then it's like, I don't think that's the right fit. And it just, so it was just like, you just got to be like more blunt about the stuff that you want. And you can't hold anything back because this is my only one more year playing. So let
me ask you. So what were you? Not to maybe get super specific. What were you telling teams? Like obviously you want to play, you want to be in an offense that's conducive to you. What are the specifics you were telling coaches about what you were looking for?
Yeah. I mainly just told them like, my biggest thing is I want to play and prove myself I can play at the next level. I've been at mid-major for 3 years now, and I want to take that leap, and I don't want to take that leap and just be like one of those guys that play on the bench and stuff like that. Like I want to actually play basketball. That's really my biggest thing. And then obviously like the coaches can say a lot of stuff and promise stuff, and then obviously go back on the word. And that's something you kind of have to navigate for yourself and see what type of coaches are, what type of people over time. That's a big reason I picked South Carolina because Coach Paris called me. I think it was like day one. And the head coach recruits me more than anyone else, and I couldn't say that a lot about the other schools. So I think that was a big reason why I trust him so much and have so much love for that coaching staff.
What did you have to? How much research did you do on your own end about South Carolina once they really were interested? How much were you doing on your end to say, okay, is this a good fit?
we did a Zoom before my visit, like probably a few weeks before, like a few days before. Um, and they broke a lot of stuff down. I was gonna research after the Zoom, but I never did. And then I went on my visit, and they broke even more stuff down.
Mm.
Probably like had an hour and a half talk with the coach and all like how what everything looks like and what he type of player he is, his style and everything like that. And it just looked pretty good. And then after a lot of talking with my family and stuff, Saturday night, I even called Coach Sather and I was like, Sather, like I think this is the move. A lot of time, and he was like proud of me. He was like, hey, like Jay, no matter what, I'm a fan. Like I'm gonna follow you. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate that. And so then Sunday morning, I told everybody, and everyone was just shocked.
To have the realization now you're going to go play in the SEC. Like I know you mentioned off the top, like 4 or 5 years ago, you wouldn't believe it. So now it's reality. It's set in now. It's been 48 hours. Has it hit yet that this is going to be your immediate future in the next few months?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just excited. Like I just want to get there and start playing right now because I'm back home lifting and stuff by myself, and I just want to go play that's better competition. Like I said, in my other interview, like can't wait to like just go there and get my butt busted a few times, and then like just learn from that. So I'm excited to go and play against such high caliber players and just better myself.
The last time I saw you was down at Sioux Falls when you're making the entire Premier Center go quiet. Tell me about that night. What did that night mean personally? Obviously, winning is a huge deal, but what did that night mean personally to you or how you played?
Yeah, it was nuts. I never thought I'd score 50 points in a Division 1 game. Um, I think Ryan Erickson told me it was like it's pretty much just like Century, but college, and I was like, that's way different than that. But I was that's a pretty cool experience, especially against them in that type of environment. That's what's really cool about it as well, and obviously just winning the first round. I haven't won first round in my whole career besides that game, and I'm happy I got to do that for myself and for our coaching staff.
Did the coaches that and the teams you were talking to in the portal, did they reference this game or the Alabama game more?
Probably Bama. Because they were like at the time they're Elite 8 and stuff, and they're saying like, "Oh, I'm about to watch Bama tonight," stuff like that. And they're like Sweet 16, I'm about to watch Bama tonight. And like, let's see if someone can drop 40 on them or something. Definitely that one more, but 51 game was like they brought that up a lot too.
I know we talked earlier in the year about that performance. How much was that game changing for you personally? Knowing I can play in the Summit League. I know how good I am, but to have that against a team like Alabama, how did that change your own perception of how you can play?
Yeah, that was a top 5 team. I was in the category with Jimmer Fredette in college basketball,
Yeah.
like one of the mid-major players that dropped 40 on a top 10 opponent. Um, but yeah, that was I don't know, like I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself until after that. I was like I can hoop, but like 40 on a top 5 team in the country, and I'm just a kid from North Dakota. Like that blew my mind. I'm like, okay, like why not me? Like why can't I go do that? So definitely helped me a lot. Like just like confidence wise and everything. Like now I know I can hoop with the best. So
The fact that you saw Grant Nelson do this at North Dakota State, being a Devil's Lake guy, go play in the SEC, was that a blueprint for you that somebody can go do it? That Grant went and did it and was really good. That you know what, I can follow that same path.
yeah. So I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know who was in what league until a week before the portal. Um, like I didn't know nothing. The research, I didn't even know Kansas and Kansas State were in the Big 12. Like I didn't know that. So when I was on my visit, he was telling me their SEC school, and then he was breaking down all the teams in there, and I was like, oh wow, like this is a good league. But as like far as paving the way, like Grant, like obviously like for North Dakota kid, that's really inspirational what he's doing, what he did. Um, but yeah, I was definitely trying to make my own path for sure. But it's cool that there's gonna be 2 North Dakota kids in the SEC in the last 3 years, 4 years.
Trey, what did Grand Forks and UND mean to you for these last 3 years? And without it, where do you think would have happened?
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. I've been blessed to have great coaches in my life like Jordan Wilhelm and Coach Paul Sather that believe in me and let me do my game offensively and just let me play through mistakes and let me learn. Words can't describe how blessed I am to have those 2 people in my life and all the other coaches and the city of Grand Forks and the community here, all the fans and stuff coming to me after the games and um, kind of like the older fans telling me about me, my grandpa and stuff, and just bringing like the past like that just felt like home. And I don't know the amount of love I have for this place and all these people are just like words can't really describe that because it's I'm truly blessed for them to have my back and for everyone to show the love and support they have.
What has the outpouring been from back home and Grand Forks just over the last, I'd say the last month? What's that mean to you, and to see it capped off by the outpouring of support you got after you made your decision?
Yeah, I mean it just means the world. I don't know, like a lot of people like, especially when you get up, like my phone, like it's either hate comments or just all love, and it's like it's hard to get that happy medium. But then anyone from North Dakota or like even the Native American community, like everyone just like has my back, and they show that a lot. And even like UND still like people like were DMing me and stuff like, I hate to see you go, but you're always a Hawk. Like I loved you guys in the green uniform and stuff like that. And just shows a lot of love, and I appreciate all that type of stuff. So it's really cool to see all these people that support me in my career. So I mean that's really a blessing.
All right, so now the decision's done. What's ahead? What's the next little bit until you get to Columbia? What's ahead?
So I'll fly out to New Jersey in April sometime to work out with my agent and his guys for like the pre-draft stuff. And then I think I'll go for work out for a few other teams in the league that asked me to go. So I'll probably go there and just test the waters and see what it's like, see what's going on over there in that type of community. And then I'll go to college in June, and then I'll be there.
To have that, the workout with basically with the NBA guys or potentially NBA guys, what's that? I mean, describe the anticipation for that.
Nervous for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely nervous about it, but like at the end of the day, it's just basketball. I gotta go hoop. So definitely excited as well. Definitely excited to see what that type of environment is and see what it's all like at that next level.
Tell me if you were to watch a game from your senior year of high school to this past year, what's the biggest change in your game? Where do you say, like, holy cow, this is I've gotten this much, but like where have you noticed in your opinion?
I would say probably just like my body and my explosiveness. Like when I first got to college, I remember I tried doing the same moves I did in high school, and it just like I would not be the same. Like they'd be on every move and stuff like that. Um, so like now, like compared to that, to like right now, like I can make a move and I can like get where I want to get way better. So I think like just like my body and stuff, because I was like 175 out of high school, and I'm like 205 right now. So it's like just that change alone. But obviously, like my ball handling, my shot making ability, definitely got better since then. So pretty much those two type of things, like that's what wows me the most for sure.
I know it's been a hectic last few days. I really appreciate you giving us a few minutes this morning. Congratulations, and we'll be in touch soon, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Treysen Eaglestaff joining us, Bismarck native, former Mr. Basketball winner, now heading to University of South Carolina in the SEC. And Gamecocks struggle this year. I think they were 2-16 in SEC play. They're going to let him do what he can do. That if you're going to go and pay the amount of money that they paid, which is over $1 million, according to Mike's reporting, and that's going to be dead accurate. They're going to let him go create and be the kind of player that they saw him do so well in Grand Forks this past year. And I thought it was interesting that he spoke about this time last year, because that was the hot topic here. We know B.J. Omont went in the portal, that Eaglestaff was being tempted to go as well. And the decision to stay was a $1 million decision. It really was. Now when you look at it, because he would have got something nice this time last year, but to do the two games he had this year, the 40 against Alabama and the 51 against South Dakota State, and he mentioned it, the game against Bama certainly carried more clout simply because of the opponent they were going against and what he was doing. That happens because he stayed. And I think going back to what we were talking about in the first hour, maybe 4 years might be greedy, which I know is going to make people shake their heads like, are you kidding me? If you can get 3 out of a really good player like him, you take it. Say, absolutely. You know what? In this day and age, you give us 3, fantastic. And then go your 1 year and go make as much money as you can and see what happens. I think that's probably the best mindset one can have trying to deal with where we're at in mid-major college basketball. if you can be lucky enough to do that, then if you're Paul Stather, like you hear him say, thanks, and I'll help you any way I can. I know that was exactly the case with Treysen in Grand Forks. We appreciate his time this morning. We're over for a break. We'll call up a few emails. The NFL owner meetings are going on. They got a bunch of things happening. A couple of rule changes are coming as well for games in 2025. We'll get to that and a bunch more when Hot Mike returns on a snowy Tuesday. Back after this.